Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honor to our apostles and our elders of Great Millstone for teaching us His truth to well. This is a brother Izar, and I just wanted to go into the word mark. All right, it was lingering in my mind and my spirit, to go into it. Been a couple days, all right, because we're getting closer to that time, man, and that time is right around the corner to where you're going to have to make a judgment, all right, a judgment call, whether it be for your destruction, for your demise, or whether it be for your salvation, because a lot of people have different opinions of the mark, but the fact of the matter is it's only one thing, okay? It comes down to one thing, whether you're right or whether you're wrong. And Luke 11:23 goes into that. Luke 19:27 also goes into that. Whether you're right in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai or you're wrong and you get destroyed by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, so I wanted to go, quickly. This, Lord willing, is edifying. But I wanted to go into Revelations 13:16, and it says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." All right, now people say that mark could be a number of things. It could be this or that, or it could be whatever other thing that they want to bring up. Okay, but let me go on here. What is an accusative noun? Accusative noun is the cause of a noun, is a grammatical cause used to mark the direct object of a transitive verb. The same case is used in many languages for the objects of preposition. It is usually combined with a nominative case. All right, so let's look at an example. It says, "Hund dog" is a masculine. Might have meant to say hound is a masculine word. So the article changes when it is used the accusative case. In the sentence, a dog is the accusative case. All right, and the dog is a direct object. Okay, it's not talking about a spiritual meaning behind it. It's a direct object, which is a physical thing. It says, as it is the second idea, the object of the sentence. All right, so when you go into the word mark in Revelations 13:16, that word mark causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, to free and bond, to receive a mark. All right, that word there is charagma, Strong's G 5480, which is a stamp or imprinted mark. All right, and when you see here, it says, of the mark stamped on the forehead or right hand as the badge. All right, when you look up that word badge, it means a pin or an emblem. All right, a pin and an emblem is something you wear. All right, now it could be spiritual and it could be physical, because we wear an emblem on our spirit saying that we are the chosen of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and Lord willing, I'm part of that number, but we do wear a spiritual emblem. All right, but when it's accusative noun, all right, then it's a direct object. You see? So right here it says Siri knowledge, and it says badge. A badge is a device of accessory, often containing the insignia of an organization. All right, and that word insignia means like a sign, and that's what the badge of the followers of the devil wear. They wear a sign as a badge. So how are you going to wear the sign and a badge of the devil? Is the RFID chip, it's a luck. So that's what's going to be the badge. So when you go back into that word charagma, you see right below Strong's G 5480, it's going to have the N-A-S-N. And you look that up and it says it's a noun, all right, but it's an accusative singular noun, all right? So it's a direct singular object. It's not a multiple thing. It's not, stopping at a red light. It's not being a police officer, all right? It's not, believing in Cesar Borgia, okay? It's not believing in a white man. That can all lead up to it, but it's not necessarily it, you see, because the mark of beast, all right, the mark, as it is explained by the word itself, charagma, which goes back to the Hebrew word kwai, which means an incision, okay, or a thing carved, a thing stamped. When you stamp something, you press down with great force. Okay, and that's what they're doing with the jab, and that's what they're going to do with the RFID, So when you go here to the case, it's accusative. Now, when you go to accusative, it says definition of accusative, which we look up before I went to it, but it says the accusative case refers to the case used for a noun or pronoun that is a direct object, you see? For example, his disciples came up to show him the buildings of the temple. You see? So it's a direct object. The building, that's a direct object. The dog, that's a direct object. It's not a spiritual building. It's not a spiritual dog. It's talking about a direct object. So again, that word charagma, when you go to it and you go to the root word of charagma, it's charaso, which means to sharpen to a point. And that's a physical thing. You don't sharpen, spiritually the mark of the beast. Okay, you sharpen it physically, which is what they're going to pierce you with. And that thing that they place inside of you, which is going to be the chip, all right, the radio frequency identification chip, that is going to be a spiritual thing, And it says akin to, and that's charax in the Greek, through the idea of scratching, all right, grapho, which that word grapho means to write, all right? And in that mark, that RFID chip, they're going to have what? They're going to have information, all right? Which is through what? Through graphs, So when you go through, to the back over here, it says from charaso, to sharpen to a point, akin to, through the idea of scratching, all right, to stake, and the root word of charagma is charax, which means a pale or a stake or a palisade, So that's what they're going to try and get you with, man. They're going to try and stick you, They're going to try and stick you. It's either with the jab, which we believe is a prelude to the RFID, all right, but all this stuff is going to come to pass, So it's an accusative noun, which means it's a direct object. And that direct object is going to be something that's going to be placed upon you, So the idol, all right, the new modern day idol that people are going to worship is going to be Esau Edom, which is going to be placed in that RFID chip. They may not bow down physically to Esau Edom, but they will bow down to his system, And when they bow down to his system, they're going to do what? They're going to obey everything he has to do, or he has to say, So I hope that was edifying. And with that, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Shalom.